Blue Beetle is coming out in less than 10 days from now, and the marketing for this movie has been one of the worst I have seen in history. It is almost as if Warner Brothers have given up on this movie. I think Warner Brothers are too caught up with the new Meg 2 movie, as it is doing incredibly well in the box office. The Meg 2 has made almost $150 million globally, which is already more than half the amount that the Flash movie made in its entire lifetime globally. So, basically a movie about a giant shark is proving to be a far more commercially successful commodity for Warner Brothers as compared to some of the most iconic characters in pop culture history like The Flash, Supergirl and Batman. So, it is not surprising why Warner Brothers do not want to spend anything considerable for the marketing of a movie about a lesser-known DC character like Blue Beetle. However, there is something awesome that is being rumored about this movie which could exponentially increase its hype. Before the big reveal, I just want to share with you that making contents like this require a lot of research, dedication, time and effort. If you want me to continue making more such contents, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like on this video. It just takes a couple of seconds of your time. But to me, it means the world. Okay, let us get started. This movie is going to start off the new universe. I think this is nothing to be confused about. James Gunn clearly mentioned in his DCU Phase 1 announcement that Blue Beetle will start off the new universe. I stress upon this point because some people, including some of my viewers, have said that James Gunn is just going to take the Blue Beetle character into the new universe while the movie still takes place in the old universe. In other words, they feel that the Blue Beetle movie takes place in the DCEU while the same actor will continue to play the character in the new universe, although the version in the new universe will be a completely fresh take on the character. But let me tell you that it is not the case. This movie is definitely starting off the new universe. And just yesterday, I got to know that this movie has 2 post-credit scenes. This has been reported by the Twitter handle called Home of DCU. Actually, this user is like an official Twitter handle of James Gunn's DCU. You can see that he has a blue tick, and whatever comes from his Twitter account can be taken for granted. It is not a rumor but an official confirmation. And the fact that this movie has not 1 but 2 post-credit scenes at the end of the movie shows that James Gunn wants to waste no time to start building his universe. And now, I also have a strong gut feeling about what the post-credit scene could be. Again, I am going to report this to you only on the basis of official facts, not any kind of rumors. Back in November 2022, the actor who is playing the role of Jaime's father in Blue Beetle, George Lopez, featured in a podcast where he said, "I think Batman is in our movie." Back then, no one paid much attention to this news, but I think, now in the context of the current state of the DC universe, this is big news. The big question now remains, which Batman are we talking about here? Is it Michael Keaton's Batman or Ben Affleck's Batman, or an entirely new actor that we are talking about? Now, to answer this question, I want you to focus on the Batman movie that James Gunn is planning for the first phase of his universe. It is called Batman Brave and the Bold. This movie is reportedly going to take inspiration from the animated series of the same name. The character of Blue Beetle was interestingly a big part of this animated series, who featured in a number of episodes. As you can see in some of the clips of this show currently on your screen, the Batman here is very different from the dark and brooding version that we normally see in the movies. This version of Batman actually looks like someone who is tailor-made for someone like James Gunn. He looks goofy, fun and extremely colorful. I want you to focus on 2 things here. The tone of the character of Batman, which I already said is very different from the regular dark and brooding version. The second thing is the physical appearance of Batman. I think, if you compare this Batman on your screen to Ben Affleck's Batman in the Flash movie, it looks like Ben Affleck just played a live-action version of the Batman from Brave and the Bold series. Affleck wore a blue and grayish costume just like the animated show. He is bulky as well, which is again very accurate to the show. In his short appearance in the Flash movie during the bike chase sequence in the short banter with Wonder Woman and Barry Allen, he looked very colorful and bright, exactly opposite to his version in the Snyder Cut as well as Batman v Superman. I do not know, but to me personally, that whole sequence featuring Ben Affleck's Batman looks like a live-action adaptation of a scene from the Brave and the Bold animated series. And interestingly, the director for Batman the Brave and the Bold has been locked in as of now to be the same person who directed the Flash movie, Andy Muschietti. But, you may be thinking that Ben Affleck himself decided to quit playing Batman, then why would he suddenly decide to come back to play the role again? Well, Ben Affleck never claimed that he wanted to quit playing Batman after the Flash movie. If you listen to the interview that he gave after the Flash movie, you would notice that what he said is exactly opposite to what the internet has been making it out to be. Back in March, Affleck revealed during an interview with a website called Movie Report that he finally understood and figured out how to play the character of Batman during filming for The Flash. These are the exact words as you can see on the screen. He said he had a lot of fun working with Andy Muschietti and that his role in the movie was over too soon. Which implies that he maybe wanted a longer role in the movie or he would have no problems working with Andy again. If you ask me, that interview made me feel most optimistic about him putting on the cape and cowl back again. There was nothing in it which suggested that he was done playing Batman. And about a month later after that interview, he went on to film a scene with Jason Momoa for Aquaman 2. So, with all these stuff, what I am trying to tell you is that I personally feel that Ben Affleck is going to carry on playing the role of Batman in James Gunn's universe and we will see him appearing in one of the post-credit scenes of the Blue Beetle. Now, you may be confused because you were told that James Gunn's universe was a full-on reboot. Yes, of course it is a reboot, but it does not mean that the original actors from the former DCEU cannot continue to play a different version of their same characters in the new universe. We now know that Gal Gadot will continue playing Wonder Woman as well. I covered it on my channel here. However, people close to James Gunn has said that Wonder Woman 3 will not be connected to the previous two Wonder Woman movies and it will be the start of a new Wonder Woman trilogy with Gal playing an entirely different version of the character. We also know that Amanda Waller, Amelia Harcourt and Peacemaker from the DCEU will also continue in the new universe. The director for Aquaman 2 has also revealed that he made some huge changes to his movie in order to fit it into the new universe, which means Jason Momoa will also continue his character of Aquaman. My sources have told me that Warner Brothers are also considering Zachary Levi's Shazam to be part of the DCU. So, in a way, majority of the old cast will continue their characters under James Gunn. So, Ben Affleck continuing on as Batman will not be a huge surprise to me. And I really hope that is the case because I am a huge fan of his Batman. So, I hope the first post-credit scene involves a conversation between Bruce Wayne and Blue Beetle, with Bruce asking the new superhero in town to join Justice League. The second and final post-credit scene needs to be the big tease for the James Gunn's much-anticipated Superman legacy. I hope towards the end of the post-credit scene we see Blue Beetle flying towards Metropolis and we see the Daily Planet building in the background. This is enough to send goosebumps through anyone who has been a superhero fan at any point in his life. So, that is all I have to say for this video. What do you think about Ben Affleck continuing on as Batman and my idea of the post-credit scenes for Blue Beetle? Let me know in the comments. And please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. As I said, it means a lot.